Hi, I'm Cody Gibson with the Portland Real Estate Group and United Home Group, which sells in 9 different cities across 5 different states, and we're on track to put over 500 homes in escrow this year. And I've got with me today, thanks for watching, I've got with me today Aaron Hurd, who is our Director of Expansion. And I wanted to talk about expansion today. There's lots of conversation around expansion and what expansion is and what expansion isn't and all of that. So Aaron, your job and your title is Director of Expansion. What does expansion mean?
So, Cody, thanks for asking. And what expansion doesn't mean is what I want to explain first is we're not just trying to duplicate and replicate a mega agent business model in other cities or in other market centers. What we're looking at doing is taking the culture and the operations that we've built as a company, a successful company, and moving it into new targeted areas that we can help impact other people's lives. I mean, for instance, in Sacramento, when we launched there, we got into business with an agent, Michael, who not last month though, a month last year put 10 pieces of business together in 1 month.
Well, he had 10 escrows in 1 month.
10 escrows in 1 month. Now, Michael would do 10 or 12 or maybe 14 deals in a good year prior to expanding with us. And now, so we're taking our systems, our operations, our processes, and helping impact and influence the talent across the country.
You know, it's interesting for those that are watching and for Aaron. One of the conversations I had early on with Kristen Cole, who of course is the Vice President of Expansion within Keller Williams, she kept telling me, Cody, this is not about duplicating an MREA team and going to another city and building another MREA team. You already have the MREA team. You already have that. It's just about going to additional cities and being able to imprint those with an expansion or 2 or 3 partners. You know, and what's interesting as well, we were talking with Gary Keller yesterday in Austin, is that some of us will be in multiple cities, and you might find that you have these MREA teams that pop up within expansion. So what I'm hearing you say is that while that's not what expansion necessarily is about, you grow big enough and you grow wide enough, that might show up in additional cities as well. Yeah, it might show up. What I'm also hearing you say is, for you, expansion is about impacting people's lives. Now, in your role for Director of Expansion, before we end real quick, what's the biggest challenge you have? What's the biggest problem you have? You're running a company that is in 9 different cities, 5 different states.
Yeah.
And we weren't doing this 2 years ago, so this is all new. What's your biggest challenge?
So certainly my biggest challenge is not finding people that want to be in business with us. The biggest challenge that we have today as a company is finding the right people that want to take our culture, that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves, and to insulate themselves from the market. Anybody can just walk into our company and be a sales agent, and yet we want to have somebody that can move the model and bring in the culture and the prospecting-based business and to have the systems, models, and processes already built into their company.
Got it. Totally understood. You know, if you're thinking about expansion or if you're doing expansion, one of the things I want to encourage you to do is to get to an ESO near you. Go online. If you're not, by the way, if you're not a part of the Explorer program with ESO, man, sign up for that. There's so much going on. Interviews, models, systems, and Aaron and I were chuckling a few weeks ago because we were dealing with a problem, and so I thought, hey, here's what I'll do. I'll email Kristen Cole, the Vice President of Expansion, and say, hey, I've got this challenge. Do you have any ideas on how to fix it? And Kristen, being very kind, emailed me back and said, Cody, that's perfect. That's also been on our website for a year.
Here's a link.
And I went, okay, great, I'll use that. So there's so many tools, there's so much value out there. Get it and use it. So thanks for watching, Aaron. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
Have a great day, and I trust you'll have fun in expansion. If we can help with something, drop us a line, shoot us an email. If we have the answer, we'll give it to you. And if it's a challenge we're dealing with, we'll tell you that too. We've got plenty.